Good afternoon once again, everybody, and welcome to today's girls lacrosse game here at Guilderland High School between the visiting Columbia Blue Devils and your Guilderland Lady Dutch. Today is April 3rd, 2025. I'm Sean Cunningham for today's game. The Lady Dutch coming with a record of 0-1 on the season, looking for their first win of the season. As for the Blue Devils, they are 1-0. They are looking to continue their good start to the season. They won their first game of the season on April 1st against the Boston Spa Scotties, while the Lady Dutch are coming off a loss on March 31st against Valley Central, which they lost 11-6. But as for today, the Lady Dutch are looking to turn things around. They are going to start things off with a lineup of Mickey Luyan, Bevan McConaughey, Emily Bigness, Chelsea Callahan, Devin Orsini, Sarah King, Gianna Hanna, Jade Kark, and Olivia Bigness, as well as Elena DiPiero and Finley Schaefer, with senior goalkeeper Madison Hamilton in goal. So, as of right now, we're getting set to go here at Guilderland High School. DiPiero going to be taking the draw here for the Lady Dutch as we take a look at the center circle. And we are going to get lined up and ready to go here for the opening draw. 12-minute quarters for girls lacrosse as the ball is up in the air, is batted down. A couple players fighting for it. Mickey Luyan on the ground trying to come up with it. She cannot, and Columbia is in possession quickly here as a big stick check was put on by Gianna Hanna. And Columbia will continue to race forward here with Kaylin Stringer, the senior midfielder for the Blue Devils. And now is a pass going to Riley Sherwin. Getting backed off here by Finley Schaefer, now moved along to number 20, Caitlin Bagucki, now moving in towards the net. And she gets checked off from making a shot. And this will result in an early opportunity here for the Blue Devils as Bagucki has a shot to put Columbia up early. Bagucki races in, shoots, and a save! Hamilton got the stick down and made the save. So first big pass test for number 35 as she keeps this game scoreless just under a minute in at the time, as now it's going behind the goal for the Blue Devils, and we got a whistle here. Now reset some positions. There's Chloe Ryan, the freshman attacker for the Blue Devils, with the ball right now. Currently being defended by Jade Kark. Now Ryan looks. Still trying to look for a pass in front of the net. Now Ryan will try to front, and another save as Hamilton got that one as well. As DiPiero was also there to help out on defense, and now Hamilton gets the pass over to Jade Kark, and now Devin Orsini. Orsini backpedals, now launches a pass right to the stick of Mickey Luyan. Good pass right there as Luyan now looks to advance further, eluding a couple stick checks there from Sienna Randall. That'll get a whistle as it's brought up here by the Lady Dutch. Behind the net with it now is Gianna Hanna, and she'll move it over to Olivia Bigness. Olivia moves it to her sister Emily, and then Schaefer, Luyan, and Callahan go back and forth with passes, and now it's back to Bigness, who drops it, but quickly recovers here for the Lady Dutch. Giving across, now to Olivia. Olivia Bigness trying to go maneuver towards the net, gets it by a few. Couldn't really take a shot there, but it goes behind the net. And Bigness was interfered with as well, so will be another good chance here for the Lady Dutch to get on the board, as Bigness trying to make a play in front of the net. Had a shot get deflected, and now Bigness will look to put the Lady Dutch on the board first. So we are currently waiting for the whistle here. Now Bigness goes in, shoots, and scores for the first goal of the game. And Olivia Bigness with coming upon 8.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. She puts the Lady Dutch up 1-0 with the first goal. Getting that one on the board very quickly. And she had a shot that nearly went in the first time if it wasn't for a defensive play in front that resulted in Bigness getting that free shot attempt. But as of now, it is 1-0 Lady Dutch as we get yet another draw here with DiPiero at the center circle. Up in the air, batted at. Hannah chasing after it along with Sarah Rainville. Rainville looking to get to it. Got a couple players after it. Still loose out there. Luyan trying to pick it up as well. She has help with that's DiPiero out there. And now it'll be advanced forward here by the Lady Dutch. Callahan tries to get a pass across to Schaefer. That was missed. And now Bigness fighting for it along with Jacob. And now we'll go right back to Columbia after a whistle here as Jacob rushes by Callahan. Sarah King looking to backpedal, but able to get by her as it's moved forward by the Blue Devils. It's Randall with it now for Columbia, looking across. Now maneuvered over. Now shot on net, and it goes in for Riley Sherwin. Just barely over a minute after the goal was scored by Bigness. She gets Columbia on the board and ties things up at 1 apiece. So a quick answer right there for the Blue Devils as Sherwin, while falling over, made the shot, and it got by Hamilton to make it a 1-1 game. Now back to the center circle here. DiPiero taking yet another draw against Stringer. And Gianna Hanna had a bit of a beat on that one after the ball was knocked up in the air. Now a bit of a battle for it here. A couple stick checks from Schaefer. Now results in Columbia getting that one back. Pass gets missed. It will roll out of play. Bigness will chase after it. And she will resume play here for the Lady Dutch as the offense looks to get back to work here. Luyan over for Callahan. Now Luyan will take it back. No underhand pass now to Schaefer. And Schaefer will scoop it over to King. And now Emily Bigness. Lots of underhand passes right now as Callahan now flips it over for Bigness. Now Schaefer looking to go to work here against Stringer. Stringer able to knock it loose. And right on top of that was Emily Bigness, but it'll be left with Columbia here after another whistle. And now another stick check there from Hannah. Another one to the back of Molly Morrows with it now for the Blue Devils. And now Kaylin Jacob on the outside. Maneuvering by DiPiero, now played on the ground by Ryan. Ryan looks. And a shot out front. That one nearly went, but it's picked up now by Hamilton. As the Lady Dutch looking to move here as Orsini. Long pass tried to find Luyan. Not able to be played. It's picked up by Caitlin Bagucki. Now moves it forward here. A bit of a stick check there by DiPiero. Taken here by Ryan. Ryan goes toward the net. Puts it on goal. Save Hamilton. And now it goes over to the corner. And it's picked up there by Randall. Going behind the net. Ryan. Now finds another pass trying to go in front of the net. And it's scooped up there by Stringer. No one really connected on that one. Now Stringer has the ball knocked free, and now results in another whistle. So Columbia will stay with it near the Lady Dutch net. Given across to Ryan. Ryan looking to find a pass down low, couldn't find it. A lot of traffic in front. Hamilton comes out of the net and scoops it up. And now Hamilton tripped up on the play, but still able to get it over to Luyen. She gets stick checked by Caitlin Bagucki. Was able to get it forward there, but now a battle here was McConaughey and Luyen both battling for it along with a couple Columbia players. Now Columbia able to free it up. Mara being chased by Schaefer behind the net. Now pass given across, Bagucki. Looking to make a play on goal. That shot goes wide. And it will be picked up by Chloe Ryan. 65 seconds to go on the shot clock. So still some time for Columbia to make a play here as still tied up behind the net. Not a lot of good angles right now as it's taken here by Bagucki. Trying to go down low, shot taken. Oh, save, Hamilton! Another dandy in front of the net. And now it's picked up as Schaefer battling here with Sherwin and Ryan. And now finally able to free that one up was DiPiero on the pass to McConaughey. Picked up right in front of the Columbia bench. Luyen. So the pass across, Schaefer. Now Bigness across, Callahan behind the net. Gianna Hanna looking to make the spin move, puts it on goal. Save made by Pagoli. And now it's going to be passed forward by Mara. And DiPiero with a bit of a stick check there. That frees it up for Riley Sherwin. And she's able to flip it over. Towards the front of the net, pass across. And a yellow card goes up in the air. As Bagucki was making a play toward the net. A couple of infractions there. Now Bagucki is going to get a good opportunity here. Bagucki race toward the net. And a save! Hamilton coming up big again. She's made a couple of great saves so far here in this first quarter. The pass gets away now from Olivia Bigness. It'll roll out of play. Bigness was close to it though, so she will maintain possession here. Given across to her sister Emily, now over for Callahan. Schaefer dropped the pass, goes back to pick it up, and now launches it over for Hannah. Sarah King looking to find Hannah out front. Hannah gets some room, puts it on goal, and the save made once again by Aria Pagoli. Now loose ball picked up by Callahan. Ladutch looking to maintain this possession here. Taken here by Emily Bigness. Looks behind the net, finds Hannah. Now Sarah King again. Kane will find the play, it's to Emily Bigness. Bigness over to Callahan. Still looking for the open lane. Callahan tries to play it over to Schaefer. Schaefer had to play it on a bounce. She gets stick checked. And now Schaefer has a chance to put the Lady Dutch ahead here, less than a minute to go. Opts to pass it across. Less than 35 seconds to go now here in the first. Olivia Bigness puts it behind the net. Over King. Now Hannah. Goes to the middle, now plays it over to Bigness again. Over for Schaefer. Checked by Stringer. Schaefer holds on. Still finds a pass across, 10 seconds to go. Olivia Bigness looking. Tries to make the spin move, goes to the front of the net, and had the ball knocked free. There's 1 second to go on the clock, but time did expire, but looks like they're going to maybe run this last play. They might be resetting the clock here. Here's what's going to happen as referees pointing over to the scoring table. There are 6 seconds currently on the scoreboard here. And now Bigness rips it on goal and scores. Here, top shelf right there. Olivia Bigness 2 and Columbia 1. 2 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. A nice shot by Bigness puts Guilderland in front by 1. And that will officially mark the end of the first quarter of play, it looks like. Both teams look like they're appearing to go back, but now they had the 2-minute rest period on the scoreboard briefly, and the referee's now directing over to the scoring table. So we might have one final draw here, and they are putting the 2 seconds back up on the clock. So we're gonna have one last quick draw right here between Elena DiPiero and Kaylin Stringer. Played up in the air, is caught by Hannah, and that is it for the first quarter of today's game here, as the Lady Dutch, thanks to 2 goals from Olivia Bigness and some great saves from Maddie Hamilton, they have themselves a 2-1 lead at the end of the first quarter of play. And take a look at some of the highlights here as Bigness in that goal right there after highlighted the save by Hamilton. Here's another one right here, or the goal scored by Sherwin while falling over. That was a minute after the first Bigness goal of the game. But Hamilton has indeed come up big, including this shot point blank in front of her by Mara. And then another potential scoring chance right there, caught right in the stick. And she was able to help keep the score in favor of the Lady Dutch in that first quarter of play. So got a minute to go before the second quarter is about to start. We will take a brief timeout. We'll be right back with more here on GHS Media. Stay tuned.
Yeah, there's one like something like this. Like LMH, that one. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's this ring.
Welcome back from the timeout, everybody. We were just about to start the second quarter here in Guilderland. Olivia Bigness, fresh off scoring 2 goals in the first quarter of play, is lined up for the draw against Callie Ryan for the visiting Columbia Blue Devils. Bigness motioning over. They're getting ready here.
They're both defensive.
is won by Guilderland officially there after a few attempts to pick the ball up there as it was battled between Bigness and Burke.
Like a button to the left
Off the draws, that one went out of play.
And there's one, like,
And Bevan
like,
McConaughey
towards Iris has like a line that says push.
gets the bounce pass across near the center circle to Olivia Bigness. Now Bigness tries to get it back to McConaughey. And McConaughey able to keep it in. Tries to find a pass across. And a bit of a battle there between King and it's number 11, Carissa Laranjo, there for the Blue Devils, as it's now moved forward here for Sienna Randall. Play near the sideline, and she gets checked a few times there by Kylie Burke. Now DeBella moves it behind the net for Ryan. Ryan looks for a play, now finds a pass across. Goes back to Randall. Randall has a bit of an opening, fires on goal, and another save for Hamilton again with the stick. A good start to the second quarter there for Maddie Hamilton. And a great job so far in net. Ball got knocked free from Ralston, but she's able to move it forward now to Olivia Bigness. Looking for a hat trick early in this one as she moves it along now to Sarah King. Gianna Hanna looks across, finds Callahan. Now Callahan over to Emily Bigness. Bigness now to Burke. Nearly broken up there from the pass to Ralston. Now Ralston able to get it over. And now it's with Callahan again. Moved over now for Hanna. Hanna motioning over. Trying to find a pass down low. Faked it. Now gives it back up top to Bigness. Chelsea Callahan. Down low in front, Bigness shoots, scores! And a hat trick for Olivia Bigness. With 9:51 to go here in the second quarter of play, Bigness having a great start to this game offensively. She now has put up 3, all of Guilderland's goals so far, and now it's 3-1 here in the second quarter as Bigness now goes back to the face-off circle. Great start to the game for her. She's got all 3 goals on the board. And now she will go against Kaylin Stringer for the first time in this game. As Stringer had took most of the draws in the first quarter of play between Guilderland and Columbia, except she was opposite DiPiero for the most part in that first quarter. Bigness reaching up, able to win the draw herself. And now moves it right over for Kylie Burke. Burke across to Ralston. Ralston goes behind the net for King. Moved along now for Gianna Hanna. Looking to maneuver a little bit, but able to find a pass now to, was able to find a pass to Bigness. Now Olivia with it now. Hanna and King go back and forth. Hanna motioning over to King. King goes the other way now. Bigness tries to find another goal in front of the net, but that time she is stopped by the goalkeeper, Aria Pagoli. Launch forward here to Corrine DeBella. Bella goes behind the net. DiPiero tried to break that one up, almost did. Now in front of the net, picked up in front. Oh, what a save again! Hamilton got to it again. Right in front of the net, another point-blank save. A couple players got tripped up after the fact though, but some great saves so far for Maddie Hamilton. Now she has to stop this one here from Caitlin McGuckey. Lining up here for the Blue Devils after the whistle was blown. McGuckey goes in, shoots and scores. So she goes top shelf on Hamilton. And it's once again a 1-goal game after once again another great save from Hamilton. McGuckey able to beat her on the far side. And she gets her first goal of the game. It's now 3-2. We have two new players in the draw right here, as it will be Schaefer this time going against Megan Baumeister. And this time it's quickly won by the Blue Devils, taken forward by Sarah Rainville. Now behind the net, Ryan looks across, puts it on goal, and it goes in. So two quick goals there for the Blue Devils. Ryan got it on the wraparound. And it's now tied up at 3 just like that, as Chloe Ryan gets on the board for the Blue Devils and ties it up at 3. So a very quick win on the faceoff for Columbia, and then they marched right quick down the field. Got one by Hamilton. Now it's quickly a tie game once again. Ignis trying to win the draw this time. It goes out of the stick of Ralston, and it's quickly rushed back again by the Blue Devils. Taken once again, Ryan. Looking to fake, puts it on goal, shoots and scores, and just like that, Columbia now has the lead. 3 quick unanswered goals, the last 2 by Ryan. And now it's 4-3, Blue Devils on top. And what a turn of events now in Guilderland after a few quick face-off wins for the Blue Devils. They were able to march down the field and get to the net quickly. You see Ryan looking for a pass and then just decided to take it herself. Looks like she put it 5-hole. And the Lady Dutch now suddenly behind after starting out the quarter relatively well. Again, another goal from Bigness. We're up 3-1. Now they've seen Columbia score 3 in very quick fashion. DiPiero tried to break up that pass. It goes right back to the stick of Ryan. And now it's taken here by Randall. Randall looks to make a move on goal. Reed McCutcheon went down on the play. Now it's taken back. Baumeister over for Ryan again. Puts it out front. And it looked like that shot hit the post. That's a big break there for the Lady Dutch. Would have been another goal in quick succession there for the Blue Devils, but thankfully for them, it remains a 1-goal game for now as they look to get back in it. Jade Clark near the center circle. Plays it across, finds Orsini. On the ground, Schaefer bobbled it, now picks it right back up. That goes over the head, over the stick of Ralston. Bigness doing a good job to keep it in. Able to quickly pick it right back up. Nice heads-up play there for Bigness. Keeping possession alive here for the Lady Dutch. Now it's moved behind the net. Hannah. Looking to turn things around, puts it on goal, and scores. And that's the response you're looking for there. Gianna Hanna is on the board for the first time today. Putting that one right by Pagoli, and now it's a 4-4 tie with 6:19 to go here in the second quarter. Nice way to wrap it around in front of the cage. And now Bigness back near the face-off circle there with Callie Ryan. Bigness trying to knock it forward now to Schaefer. Tries to play it. Hannah looking to pick it up. Still up in the air. Now Bigness trying to come away with it. Still loose. Knocked off it there by Bagucki. And Bigness will pick it up after the infraction. Luyan takes the pass from Bigness. Fends off a check. Now gets it over for Schaefer. Schaefer over. Luyan shoots, scores! And just like that, the Lady Dutch are back on top. Nikki Luyan 2 quick goals in succession here for Guilderland. And after briefly losing the lead, they take it right back with 2 quick goals from Hannah and Luyen, and they lead 5-4 with 5:47 to go here in the second quarter. A nice feed. Found Luyen in open space did Schaefer. And Luyen puts it right by Pagoli to make it 5-4. As just the response the Lady Dutch were looking for right there. So this time Schaefer taking the draw against Callie Ryan. There's a whistle right after the fact, so now Bigness will take her place. And will match up here against Ryan. Up in the air, caught by Luyen, a bit off balance there. And Luyen quickly marching forward here for Guilderland, now tries to maneuver by Ryan. Taken by Bigness. Now behind the net, Hannah. And then Bigness go back and forth. Now Hannah backpedals. Can't find anyone in front. Now Schaefer is open, and now Schaefer takes the pass. Schaefer trying to maneuver here, going to work against Pagucki, 2 number 20s going at it. Now Schaefer backs off, finds Luyen on the pass. Trying to make a run to the net, lanes are closed, now finds Schaefer. Schaefer goes over for Ralston. Now Emily Bigness looking for a play, finds Schaefer, 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Pass across, that's intercepted. And now Jacob making a big rush forward here for Columbia. Back the other way, shot score. Corinne DeBella off the fantastic play by Kaylin Jacob. Able to tie the game right back up after the intercepted pass. And it's 5 apiece with 4:17 to go, and a heads-up play by the Columbia senior Kaylin Jacob. Right across, found DeBella, who put it right behind Hamilton. And we are all tied up at 5. And the Lady Dutch had a low shot clock. They were looking to try to find some sort of way to make a play. And Jacob read the pass perfectly. Was able to rush right downfield, find DeBella for the goal. And that is currently where we stand here, as it's now back to being a tie game, as Bigness and Stringer going right back at it here at the center circle, as Bigness picks it up, winning the draw. Bigness near the center circle, able to find the pass over to Callahan. Moves it up ahead. Ralston fires, goes wide. And Hannah chases after it, picks up the new ball. And her and Emily Bigness go back and forth before Hannah will take the pass to Schaefer. Now back to Olivia Bigness. Bigness rushing in, tries to fire a shot that also went wide as well. And this time it'll be Columbia picking that one up. Moreno gets stick checked by Finley Schaefer. A lot of rough play right there. It'll remain with the Blue Devils as the goalkeeper Pagoli missed the pass, and now Lady Dutch have some momentum here. Goes down low. Hannah lost the ball on a nice play there by Lorenho. The Lady Dutch still remain with it, though. It's a potential big chance right there if they were able to get back quick enough. But they still hold on and going to look to get the lead back. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter played. Score is tied up at 5. As Luyen gets the pass over to Ralston, now back to Luyen. Luyen trying to rush toward the net, has some space. Lost it now, and now gives it back over Bigness. And a whistle is called. And there might have been a stick check on Luyen. Now Luyen is going to get potential shot attempt here as both teams will line up. Luyen already with 1 goal today. Rushes in, puts it on goal, didn't get quite enough on it, but Luyen able to pick it up quickly from the goalkeeper Bigoli. It's heads up play right there, and now it's taken by Burke and moved right back over to Bigness. Callahan over for Schaefer. Schaefer looking to fend off a couple defenders. Still can't find a lane. Now it's taken here by Bigness. She gets knocked off the ball there by Stringer. Now Bigness gets the ball back from Callahan on the pass. Flipped back over to Luyen. Luyen now underhands it over to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to make a move toward the net. Gets knocked off it. There's a hanky in the air from the referee. So a penalty opportunity here for the Lady Dutch as it's Schaefer lining up with the ball right near the 15-yard line. Now Schaefer bounces it and scores. And just like that, the Lady Dutch have the lead back. Finley Schaefer's first of the day with 58 seconds to go here in the second quarter gives them a 6-5 lead. And some nice resilience from the Lady Dutch on that play after the initial shot attempt from Luyen. She was able to get the ball back quickly and keep the Lady Dutch in possession. And a little bit later, after the infraction by the Blue Devils, Schaefer bounces that one by Pigoli, and it's a 6-5 game. Pretty good contest so far between these two teams. Lady Dutch currently with a 1-goal lead as Bigness fighting with it off the draw. It's picked up now by Bagucki. Columbia looking to get some more momentum here as the quarter was about to expire, but the pass goes wide of the cage. And Hamilton all the way out of the net for the Lady Dutch. Now goes all the way near the center circle. Did this a couple days ago as well during a scrimmage, and now is able to find the pass finally to Kylie Burke. And Burke finds another pass over. Bigness makes the spin move. Can't quite find a lane, but still finds a shot and scores. 3 seconds to go in this second quarter of play, and Olivia Bigness makes it 4 on the day. And the Lady Dutch are once again back to a 2-goal lead. It's 7-5, and a very nice play by Bigness down low to get that goal, her 4th of the day. And what a role she has played so far in this first half. And it didn't look like she had much of a lane down there. A couple defenders are blocking some lanes for Bigness as she's able to win the draw back, but there won't be enough time for a shot as the pass was complete to Luyen, but not enough time was available for the shot. But regardless, that will be it for the second quarter and the first half of today's game. The Lady Dutch out to a 7-5 lead at halftime. Their goals have been scored today by Olivia Bigness with 4, and Mickey Luyen, Gianna Hanna, and Finley Schaefer each with 1. As for Columbia, Chloe Ryan with 2 goals. Both of them came relatively close to each other in that second quarter. And Corinne DeBella, Riley Sherwin, and Caitlin Bagucki with the other 3 so far. So take a look at some of the replays here. Maddie Hamilton, as mentioned earlier, coming up with some really, really nice saves as well for the Lady Dutch in this game. As Bigness robbed right there of what would have been the 4th goal of the game. And this was a nice goal there by Ryan, wrapping it around and putting it 5-hole on Hamilton. Hannah with a nice shot right there with the defender in the way. And then nice pass to Luyen from Schaefer on that one. And then the back end of a really nice play by Kaylin Jacob over to Karine DeBella. The bouncer goal from Finley Schaefer, and then the impressive goal there from Bigness to make it 4 on the day. And that is currently where we stand at halftime. We'll be right back with second half action in just a little bit. You're watching Girl and Lady Dutch Lacrosse here on the GHS Media YouTube channel. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. We're just about to start the second half of today's game between Guilderland and Columbia here at Guilderland High School as we take a look at the Guilderland goalkeeper, Maddie Hamilton, the lone senior on this year's team, who's already played a pretty vital role in today's game by making some key saves in the first half, including a few point blank on a couple chances that could have easily been goals for Columbia. She was able to prevent them from going in and has mainly been able to keep this a 2-goal game so far, despite a pretty big spurt from Columbia earlier in the first half of play. Hamilton also has played 2 other varsity sports during her time at Guilderland High School. She has also played soccer as well as basketball, and she will be attending UMBC next school year to play lacrosse for their lacrosse team. So a very, very good start to her game today, as the opening draw for the third quarter of play will be redone, as we only had 1 second go off the clock. It's her varsity basketball teammate Olivia Bigness taking the draw once again. Looking to reach out for that one, wasn't able to pick it up. And a very quick start here for Columbia going in, shot scores. 10 seconds in, Sarah Rainville gets on the board for the Blue Devils. And a quick rush forward to the back of the net. Rainville able to beat Hamilton. And Columbia once again is back within 1 at 7-6. As that shot just got right past the stick of Hamilton, right off the draw. Fast start for the Blue Devils. And that's been a bit of a theme today for them. They've been able to rush quickly off the opening draws and get some key goals. And you just saw another example of that right there as Rainville picks it up and immediately goes down and scores for the opening goal of the third quarter of play. As the Lady Dutch now get back to work here. Bigness taking another draw against Stringer. So we're still getting a little bit set up here as it's up in the air. Bigness trying to juggle it, and this time is able to pick it up. She was about to go the other way. Both sides have changed to start the third quarter of plays. It's taken here by the Lady Dutch. Bigness motions over, finds Luyan. Pass dropped a little bit by Callahan, now moved back over to Bigness. Taken now behind the net for Hannah, as Hannah looks to find another pass, able to do so. It's moved back from Rachel Kane behind the net. Finley Schaefer now moves it across to Olivia Bigness. Now a couple passes over. Luyan for Callahan. Now back to Kane again. Now Hannah. Hannah looking to make some spin moves. Loses control of the ball. It's picked up quickly. And Columbia able to get to it with Carissa Laranjo picking that one up. Finds herself bombarded by a few players there for the Lady Dutch. And it looks like we're going to be taking a very quick timeout here with 1:16 gone by here in the third quarter of play. So definitely a very fast start for the Blue Devils here in this third quarter of play after the quick goal by Rainville. Elizabeth Dollard wants to get the team a little bit more readjusted here as we take a look at the Columbia sideline. Their head coach is Kurt Randall, assisted by Joseph DeBella. And they've certainly had a few times today where they were able to break out and score quite a few goals in this game. A few explosive plays that have led to some key opportunities. And as for the Lady Dutch side, Elizabeth Dollard, a 2019 graduate of Guilderland High School as well, looking to get some motivation out to her players as of right now. They still have a 7-6 lead. A bit of a fast start resulted in a timeout being taken, as she is currently talking things over with her group before we resume play here in this one. So now we will officially get reset here as Columbia had the ball before the timeout. And in possession with it currently, I believe, is Kaylin Bagucki, and she is now going to motor forward here for the Blue Devils. Bagucki with great speed, starting things off here for Columbia as it's moved behind the net for Sienna Randall. Randall looking, now motioning over. Able to find the pass to Rainville, who scored the goal earlier. Now going behind the net again for Ryan. Ryan has a bit of an angle she can use. Now looks on goal, and that one hit the post. Hamilton looked to play it with a stick, but it hits the post again. Columbia's had 2 shots now that have gone off the post in this game. But a bit of a bouncer on net right there, not able to go. The Blue Devils looking for another opportunity here. Played across to Kaylin Stringer. Trying to make some fakes here on Jade Kark. Moves it in front, and now they have tied the game. That time it was Randall, I believe, who got that one. And 9:26 to go here in the third quarter of play. Columbia has tied it right back up at 7 apiece. So Stringer able to find it in open space, and Randall with a nice shot that gets by Hamilton. And now 2 goals for the Blue Devils early here in the third quarter have tied things right back up. Olivia Bigness yet again taking another face-off here. And it looks like we're going to have yet another redo. Or it looks like there was a bit of infraction, actually. So Columbia back with it. As trying to maneuver through was Callie Ryan. That pass across went to nobody. And there was once again a whistle here as it will stay with the Blue Devils. And now they have a potential opportunity to take the lead here as Callie Ryan will now line up with the defense surrounding her and Maddie Hamilton. Now bouncer on goal, and Columbia is now back on top. 8-7 now the score as Ryan bounces that one by Hamilton. With 9:25 to go in the third quarter, Columbia is back on top after briefly having the lead in the second quarter. They now find themselves up by 1 again. It's 8-7. And played another bouncer on Hamilton right there, and it went right by her. So 2:35 gone by, 3 Columbia goals early, and it results in a change at the center circle for Guilderland. Finley Schaefer now taking the draw against Ryan, who just scored. It's up in the air, this time won by Ryan. Ryan quickly out front, shot, save Hamilton that time. A good save right there for the Guilderland goalkeeper, but there was, once again, a bit of an infraction in front as there might have been a stick check on Riley Sherwin. Now Sherwin will look to get her second goal of the day. Sherwin scored the first Columbia goal early in this one, and that time she wasn't able to find the angle, so now it will remain in possession, but the Blue Devils will now pass it around. Taken here by Mara. Across, that misses the stick of Preston. And it goes out of play. Guilderland will take it as DiPiero was closer. at the time, as now DiPiero trying to elude a couple defenders. Makes the pass across. It's picked up by Devin Orsini on the outside, still maneuvering over. Orsini with the pass across. Schaefer trying to go towards the net, has to backpedal. Now Luyan on the pass from Callahan. Trying to look across, now puts it behind the net for Emily Bigness. Hannah over now for Burke. And now Olivia Bigness over for Callahan. Now Schaefer back to Bigness. Bigness trying to find a lofty pass right there. Went to nobody. And now it's picked up near the net by Emily Bigness. Excuse me. Now Hannah looking for a potential wraparound. Lost control of the ball. And Columbia will now take it over. So some good defense down there by Columbia. And now they start the rush upfield. Molly Mara lost the ball in front of the Guilderland bench. Being defended there by Bevan McConaughey. Now Preston gives it across to Sherwin. Sherwin goes behind the net, now finds Ryan. Ryan looks. And the passing continues here as Mara gets it back over for Randall. Randall back. Ryan has some open space. And a save! Hamilton got it with the stick. And now she comes out of the cage now looking for a potential play down the field. Hamilton still holding on. Lofts the pass over to Luyan. Really great save right there by Maddie Hamilton, keeping this a one-goal game as now Guilderland looks to tie. Hannah looks over, finds Bigness. Now Callahan, back to Bigness. Now Bigness will give it over for Hannah. A bit of a dive for that one for Emily Bigness, and now she gives it right back to Gianna Hannah. Hannah looking for the angle. Tries to go on no goal. Puts it on goal. That goes wide. Couple players in the vicinity, though, so will remain with the Lady Dutch here. Emily Bigness picks it right back up. Gives it back over to her sister, Olivia. Now Olivia, already with 4 goals on the day. Looking to rip it by. That goes wide again. There's 15 seconds now on the shot clock and counting. They got to hurry up. 10 seconds now. Emily Bigness over. Finds the pass. Burke stuck a little bit. Lost control of the ball. And now the whistle blows. Lady Dutch might potentially have caught a break right there, as Burke might now have a chance to potentially tie the game as the shot clock resets. It was at 2 seconds. So if the Lady Dutch, even if they aren't able to get a goal, if they're able to maintain possession here, this could be huge. And now they have reset the shot clock back. It was at 90 seconds briefly, but it will stay at 2. Now Burke has to get a shot off here. Burke looking on goal. And it was saved right at the side of the net. The shot clock expired anyway, but now it will be taken officially by Columbia. And now the pass got dropped by Carissa Loreno. Chasing after it is Burke. Bigness trying to come over to help. Ball got knocked away from Loreno and goes out of play. And it will remain with Columbia. Now Burke had to find a potential opportunity on that shot. But it wasn't able to go, as now it'll be left with Caitlin Bogucki after the whistle. Columbia also gets a fresh shot clock as a result. now very quickly, Bigness getting in the play here. And yet again, more stick checks coming. They have to pick it right back up here. Less than 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. Columbia has scored all the goals so far in this third quarter. They've had 3. Lady Dutch have yet to be on the board. So another couple whistles there after stick checks by the Lady Dutch defense. Molly Morrow with the pass. They'll be taken here by Randall. Now move behind the net for Ryan. Now we got a whistle. As McConaughey moves back to before the 35. So Columbia has 28 seconds to go on the shot clock here. And they're still trying to position things right now. And nice job there by DiPiero to stick check that one loose. And it's picked up by the Lady Dutch now, so some good defense there by Elena DiPiero, and now it's moved forward by Devin Orsini. Orsini near the sideline has 3 players all over her. And now Whistle still trying to maneuver through, lost control of the ball. Luyan trying to break through. It's kicked on the ground, but it goes right over to a Columbia player. And it was picked up there by Maggie Dyer. And now scooped up on the ground. Nice interception there by Schaefer. Schaefer still having trouble corralling it. Able to get it over somehow to Jade Kark. And as Kark completed the pass over to Callahan, we get another whistle. Looks like they're going to just reset the play back over near where the play was. And now the pass got missed by McConaughey, but it's picked up still by the Lady Dutch. Played behind the net for Gianna Hanna. Now Bigness looks over, finds Schaefer. Lady Dutch have some time to work out a play here. 60 seconds now to go on the shot clock. Hanna looks across, finds Callahan. Now Callahan gives it over. Bigness flips it to Schaefer. Now Schaefer finds it over for Avery Ralston. And Ralston gives it over for Callahan again. Coming up on the final minute of play here in the third quarter play. Lady Dutch still looking to get on the board this quarter. In front. Oh, a nice save right there by the goalkeeper, Aria Pagoli. Point blank on Olivia Bigness, who was looking for her 5th goal of the day. And now a miscommunication there. And it's scooped right back up by the Lady Dutch. They have a lot of time to work with still. 50 seconds to go. So potential second chance right here. Hanna looks to maneuver in front. Puts it on goal. And it's in. Couldn't quite tell at first if that went in or not, but Gianna Hanna makes it 8-8 with her 2nd goal of the afternoon. Fending off a defender in front of the net. And with 36 seconds to go, Guilderland has tied it up with their 1st goal of the third quarter of play. And a nice one there from Gianna Hanna, getting that one by Aria Pagoli for her 2nd of the game. Still 36 seconds to go, as Lady Dutch might have some time to get one more opportunity if they are successful here on this faceoff. And 2 multi-goal games for the Lady Dutch today. Bigness with 4, Hannah with 2. As Bigness able to win the draw. Giving across, Emily Bigness. Behind the net. Lady Dutch looking for some more late magic here. Hannah looking across, Bigness. 14 seconds to go. Taken here by Schaefer. Schaefer moves it over. Luyen goes toward the net, finds Bigness. Bigness trying to find some space, shoots it on goal, and it's deflected wide. And just like that, the third quarter comes to a close. One final shot attempt not able to go through from Bigness. And we are all squared up at 8 apiece as we head into the final quarter play here in Guilderland. Lady Dutch was held scoreless until the final minute of the third quarter when Gianna Hanna got her second goal of the game. And as for Columbia, it started out as a great quarter for them. The first goal quickly got scored right there, and then a good pass from Kaylin Stringer, able to find Sienna Randall for the go-ahead goal right there. Excuse me, the tying goal. This was the go-ahead goal by Callie Ryan, the first of the game for her, and then Hannah, with less than a minute to go here in the third quarter of play, was able to get that one home. So a minute before the fourth quarter of play, we will step aside for just a little bit. You don't want to miss this fourth quarter action. A good one here in Guilderland today. Columbia 8, Guilderland 8 when we come back.
I don't know if they're here. I don't see them. Unless it's
Welcome back to Guilderland High School, everybody. We are just about to start the fourth quarter of play here in Guilderland. It's been a fairly fun contest so far today. Both teams very much even, both on the field and in the score. Columbia and Guilderland each tied at 8. As we start the fourth quarter of play here, Olivia Bigness taking the draw against Caitlin McGuckey. The Blue Devils outscored the Lady Dutch in the third quarter by a score of 3-1. Starting things off very quickly after falling behind late in the second quarter, including a few late goals from the Lady Dutch, including one with 3 seconds to go on the clock from Olivia Bigness. And it wasn't until, ironically, the final minute of the third quarter in which the Lady Dutch first scored here in the second half, after Gianna Hanna got her second goal on the afternoon, as very quickly Columbia is going to take it off the draw. And rushing towards the net and shooting one on goal and putting it wide was Bagucki. So after winning her own draw right there against Bigness, she went right to work out of the gate. Just wasn't able to get the shot past Hamilton into the back of the net. Now wraparound trying another save in front by Hamilton, point blank again. And now Hamilton will put it on the ground. and almost intercepted. Now Hamilton has to come out of the cage. Nearly collided with Kaylin Schreiner right there, but still managing to hold on here. And now Hamilton able to find the pass over for Jade Kark. Kark looking across, trying to fend off Molly Mara. Still has it, lost it briefly, but still managing to hang on for a moment there as Finley Schaefer now comes in to help her out. Avery Ralston gives it over for Luyen. Hannah to reach out for that pass, but still able to corral it. Hannah now for Bigness. Bigness waiting. Still looking to maneuver. Bigness goes on goal. Luyen tries to fire one on net. That one couldn't go. And after a bit of a battle, Lorenho able to come up with it there for Columbia. She has it knocked away from her by Emily Bigness, and now Gianna Hanna able to pick it up. Nice heads-up defense there, keeping it in Columbia's zone. Now Emily Bigness gives it right back over to Olivia. Olivia Bigness motioning toward the net. Goes in, shoots, and scores! Number 5 on the day for Olivia Bigness, and that puts the Lady Dutch right back on top with 9:52 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. That's a big goal for Bigness, and now it's going to be a one-goal game again, and the Lady Dutch are back on top after a great shot fired home past the Columbia goalkeeper, Aria Pagoli. That is just the start the Lady Dutch are looking for after a bit of a rough third quarter. Bigness right back on the score sheet after being held without a goal in the third quarter. And now off the draw, Guilderland is going to take this one this time. And a quick pass right down the middle. Here comes Finley Schaefer. Motioning over, gets it over. Now behind the net, Gianna Hanna. Looking, now finds the pass back. Luyen. All the way back near the 25, now going up. Looking for the angle, lost the ball, but was checked right out of the stick. And that's a call that will go against Columbia. As going to the sideline now is Carissa Loreno. So Mickey Luyen, who has one goal on the day, looking to make it 3 multi-goal games for the Lady Dutch today. And this would be a big one as they look to widen their lead here against the Blue Devils. Here goes Luyen, bounces it on goal, and a save made by Pagoli. Nice save right there to keep it a one-goal game. And now that pass gets by Bigness. Schaefer has to rush all the way back to try and get to it. Still a bit of a battle now as Schaefer and a few other players. Now it's finally dug free. Kark's still going after it. Emily Bigness there as well. Luyen able to pick it up and still manages to hold on through all that pressure. And now they're able to get it forward. Ralston on the feed. Able to bypass. Going towards the front of the net. That pass got picked off. Launch forward to Randall. Off to the side. Mara gives it over. It's Chloe Ryan with it now. She has 2 goals on the day. As someone the Lady Dutch want to keep away from the net. Jade Kark goes over to challenge. Ryan goes around, tries to find a feed in front. Might have been deflected away. Luyen still trying to battle for it. And now finally it's brought away. Very nice defensive effort there. Lady Dutch now trying to rush the other way. DiPiero trying to get away from Preston. And now still managing to advance forward. DiPiero will give the pass over to Schaefer, and now will backpedal away. Schaefer gives it over to Sarah Kane, who just joined the play. And now joining the play as well is Kylie Burke. Given across. Bigness trying to fight through pressure and scores! How about another? 6 goals on the day for Bigness. And it's 10-8. 2 big goals to start off the fourth quarter of play. And 7:16 to go here in Guilderland. Bigness fires another one to the back of the net. And it's 10-8. It's back to a 2-goal game. So what a day for Bigness, playing a key role in Guilderland's game today. As Lady Dutch are now 7:16 away from potentially locking down their first win of the season. And it looks like we might have some switching at the positions as Bagucki motioned over to a few of the Columbia players. And the draw won this time. Good job by Bigness on that one, as Callahan was able to get it right after the ball went up in the air. Ralston will put it near the side of the net, trying to find the pass over to Emily Bigness. Couldn't handle it, but Chelsea Callahan was there for backup. Olivia Bigness now over for Emily. Back over to Ralston, now Kane. Kane over for Callahan. Now Bigness takes it again. Bigness flips it back over to her sister Emily. Emily looking to get a shot on goal. That one's deflected away. And Burke quickly goes after it in the corner. Lady Dutch have 40 seconds to go on the shot clock here as they maintain a 2-goal lead. Kane gets it over. Bigness trying to find another shot on goal. That one doesn't go. And it goes wide of the cage as Emily Bigness was over to get the ball first. There's a bit of a reset on the shot clock now, so the Lady Dutch have some more time to kill here. Because at this rate in the game, with a 2-goal lead, you're going to want to take up a lot of time, so Columbia doesn't have a chance to get back in this game. You just got to find the right kind of plays in order to keep themselves up on the scoreboard. Hannah going towards the net, puts it on goal, and in! Gianna Hannah joins the hat trick party, the second hat trick of the day for the Lady Dutch. And they are back to a 3-goal lead at 11-8 with 5:18 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. So a nice shot by Hannah. Usually it's playing around the net in this game so far. Well, she got a shot up top and was able to blast it home. And the 11th goal of the day for the Lady Dutch. So, if you're just joining us, also the goal score sheet so far for the Lady Dutch. Bigness, or Olivia Bigness, I should say, since there's more than one. There are 2 sisters on the team. Olivia Bigness leads with 6. Goals on the day, Gianna Hannah with a hat trick. And Mickey Lewin and Finley Schaefer have the other 2 goals for the Lady Dutch in this game. And as for Columbia, Chloe Ryan has 2. Callie Ryan as well as Caitlin Bagucki, Sarah Rainville, Sienna Randall, and Corinne DeBella each have 1 on the day. Now going towards the net, and that one goes to the back of the net for Rainville, so I guess my information from a few seconds ago was now incorrect, as she has now put up her 2nd goal on the day. And Columbia is now back within 2 at 11-9. So Rainville had a lot of room for that shot. It was able to get it by on the bounce again. And Sarah Rainville, after a 3-goal lead for the Lady Dutch was given after the goal by Gianna Hanna, able to get the Blue Devils back down by 2 as now they look to rush forward again. Caitlin Bagucki rushing towards the net, puts it on goal and scores. So 2 quick goals now for the Blue Devils. And once again, this game has become uncomfortably close, even though it feels like it has been that way the whole day. It has now become even more so uncomfortable for the Lady Dutch now, as they are now only up by 1 after a few seconds ago leading by 3. And we got a timeout on the field now after those 2 quick goals. So head coach Kurt Randall, as I mentioned earlier, has had quite a few offensive spurts from his team today. They had a 3-goal stretch earlier in the 2nd quarter of play that resulted in them taking their first lead over the Lady Dutch. And they're having a similar one right now, as they just got 2 goals back after being down by 3. There's still a lot of time to go in this game. That makes it all the more uncomfortable here for the Lady Dutch, as Columbia's repeatedly shown throughout most of this game they are not willing to go quietly. As Guilderland now has to hang tough and preserve their lead and maybe even try and get some more goals, as Columbia is now finding themselves right back down by 1 with 4:28 to go here in the 4th. So the draw will be between Olivia Bigness and Caitlin Bagucki. And overstepped by Callahan, but Bigness has backup for her, and now she'll get it back to Callahan. Callahan, nice pass across. Luyin over now for Hannah. Put over for Schaefer. Schaefer trying to fight towards the net. Puts it in! Oh, what a response by the Lady Dutch. Finley Schaefer rips it by Pagoli. And we're back to a 2-goal game 7 seconds later. And now it's 12-10. Schaefer with her 2nd goal of the day. And some very nice passing off that faceoff for the Lady Dutch, as Bigness was able to get back and get the pass over to Callahan. Callahan find Luyin in a bit of a tight window. And Luyin then to Schaefer for the 2-goal lead again. 4:11 to go. Bigness once again matching up against Bagucki. Yeah, another crucial face-off. Bigness trying to knock it down, but Bagucki was able to get to it rather quickly. And now Bagucki's going to speed forward here. Played away from Hannah. Now whistle as Sherwin will now take it back over to Caitlin McGuckey. Time stops at 3:54. McGuckey tries to make a move, now backpedals a bit. Now finds the pass over for Sherwin. Sherwin moves it over now for Rainville. Moved across now to Mara. Mara with defense from Callahan. Can't quite find the angle. Now pass got dropped. Now breaking free. McGuckey scores! Caitlin McGuckey once again makes it a one-goal game. It's her second goal in the afternoon. And the third multi-goal game for Columbia today. That one goes top shelf right by Maddie Hamilton. And it's 12-11 with 3:28 to go. So the back and forth action really ramping up here as we are entering the final 3.5 of this fourth quarter. As Liz Dollard looking on in some disbelief right now is once again off the draw. Columbia with it as they look to move forward, potentially get the tie. Ryan behind the net. Looking for a play. Ryan trying to circle. Pass it front. They score. Sienna Randall has tied things up for Columbia with 3:03 to go. Another multi-goal game for the Blue Devils. That now marks 4 on the day. And once again, another near top shelf goal. Ryan waited patiently, was able to find the pass. And Randall made herself available. It got right by the stick of Reed McCutcheon. And Randall puts it in. And the score is now tied up again. Draw this time, not one by Guilderland, but there was a check on Luyen, so they will get it back quickly. Here comes Luyen, over now for Ralston. 2:50 to go. Lady Dutch need a goal badly. Taken behind the net, Hannah looks across for Callahan, now for Bigness. Luyen and Bigness now go back and forth. Bigness with it now. Bigness looking to motor towards the net, lost the ball. And it's picked up by Begucki. Now Columbia with the momentum on their side, looking to advance forward. Begucki holding on to it. And we are going to take yet another timeout. 2:03 to go. A very, very close game here between Guilderland and Columbia. Columbia still fighting back. They have tied things up at 12 apiece, and after a Lady Dutch turnover, they remain in possession when we come back from the timeout. This has been a very back and forth game from the moment the first face-off took place. And it's a bit of a far cry from the matchup that took place between these two teams last year. In fact, in the game that they played against each other last year at Columbia on May 9th, Guilderland scored the same amount of goals you see on the board for them right now, 12. But they limited Columbia to 6 in a win. But so far today, it's been a very different story, a much more back and forth affair. And that is currently where we stand, as both teams will now look to figure out what's next. With 2:03 to go in the fourth quarter of play, you do not want to miss these final couple minutes here in Guilderland. Stay with us.
Now imagine being a senior and having four very heavy classes. That's so funny.
We are back from the timeout here in Guilderland. Caitlin Bogucki of the Blue Devils holding onto the ball as she looks to help her team break the tie right here. Played behind the net, taken by Chloe Ryan. Passing continues. Bogucki makes the move on the goal. Over for Ryan. Puts it on goal. No good. Nice save by Hamilton. Now Bogucki looks to maneuver around. We got a whistle. It's 1:35 to go. Bogucki with it behind the net. Finds Ryan. Chloe Ryan still looking for a chance. Waiting patiently still. Now moves it in front. Shot on goal. No good. Back of the cage. It will be picked up in the corner by Sienna Randall. We have now entered the final minute. Columbia has 38 seconds and counting to go on the shot clock. Taken here by Ryan. Ryan over. Taken by Bogucki. Moves on goal. Shoots. Scores. Caitlin Bogucki with 41 seconds to go completes the hat trick and gives Columbia perhaps their biggest lead so far today. Putting that one by Hamilton. And it's now 13-12 here with 41 seconds remaining here in regulation. There have been many constant lead changes today for both teams, and Columbia now 41 seconds away from spoiling the Lady Dutch's home opener, as Bigness and her will take the draw. And the draw is won by the Blue Devils again, picked up by Stringer. Stringer going towards the sideline, now moves it behind the net. Now backpedaling here, Mara. And they're going to try and run out the final 20 seconds here. Still backpedaling here, Bogucki. Near the sideline, eluding the stick checks. 7 seconds to go. Moved along. Taken here by Mara. 2 seconds and 1, and that is it. The Columbia Blue Devils, in dramatic fashion with 41 seconds to go, get a late goal from Caitlin Bogucki and take today's game by a final score of 13-12. They indeed do spoil the Lady Dutch's home opener. They improved to 2-0 on the season after their first game against Ballston Spa, and the Lady Dutch will still be searching for their first win in the season as they drop to 0-2 in a very hard-fought game between these two teams. And that is going to be all for our GHS Media broadcast today. We thank you all very much for tuning into today's game. I'm Sean Kine, and we will see you back here again on the next media broadcast, which is tomorrow for flag football. We'll see you then.